Hideo Kojima may have been the key Lycoris Recoil needed to blow up to the popularity it has today. From discovering it by accident to becoming its official ambassador to globally advertising it not as a marketing ploy but as a genuine fan, Kojima has undoubtedly boosted the love the world has for the gay gun girls anime. As the legendary creator of Mr. Kojima is renowned as a godlike storyteller through games like Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding. Gamers would say the man just wants to make a video game movie, and being a movie fan is exactly how he discovered our gem. On July 24th, 2022, when Lycoris only had 3 episodes out, Kojima was looking to watch Coda, an award-winning film, only to come across what seemed to be another critically acclaimed film, Lycoris Pizza, on Amazon Prime. However, under closer inspection, this wasn't a Mamma Mia pizza, this was bang bang bang, but it was too late. A small snippet was all Kojima needed to get absolutely hooked. Young girls who hold assassin licenses being transferred to a cafe? Insane premise. Before he knew it, all 3 episodes were over and he was on Twitter screaming for the 4th episode. He liked me for real, for real. I'm sorry for ever even conceiving the notion. And thus began the journey to gold. Kojima's journey to find and skyrocket his favorite anime of all time into fame. Week after week passed and Kojima was providing weekly updates on every single episode. Bro became chibi reviews. It would be very simple but fun comments such as regarding the places shown in the episodes or the people that worked on it. Or comments such as, today's episode was very Pante! His account with over 1 million followers became a place for him to talk about how he felt every week about the new episodes, even saying he watched them in real time and listening to the legendary ending, Hananoto, in his own time. He, with his power and influence, basically posted about Lycoris Recoil as any other fan account with 10 followers would. This was not limited to the anime, however. After it ended, he very quickly started giving free advertising to it, buying merch, wearing t-shirts, putting acrylic stands next to his figures, posting on Twitter and Instagram. He was not just a guy who enjoyed the show. He is one of the most influential people in the gaming industry and he loved the show. It gets even crazier. This guy started casually showing up to work in his Chisato and Takina shirts. Like, he was just showing up to important recordings, meeting world famous people with a Chisato or Takina on his shirt. No, seriously, it's amazing. I cannot believe it. Look, it's Kenjiro Tsuda at a studio. I strive to be like this man. At the Tokyo Game Awards, he went to see the beautifully made Chisato cosplay, and he wasn't free to get some limited merch himself, so he got his staff to go buy it for him instead. Why isn't my boss? I mean, he's bought almost every kind of merch there is, so there's also that. He even bought the completely overpriced Blu-ray, the ones only crazy fans get. 70% of Hideo Kojima may be made of movies, but the remaining 30% is made out of Lycoris Recoil. But spreading it on social media wasn't enough. He started going overseas and showing up to business meetings in Chisataki shirts. He met director and producer of American film Drive, Nicholas Winding Refn, and got him to wear the Chisato shirt. I wonder if he likes Chisato or Takina more. And the most insane of all, he showed up to a business meeting in Microsoft and met Phil Spencer, the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, and his entire team in this Lycoris shirt. Think about it. The CEO of Microsoft Gaming, one of the most well-known companies of all time, he shows up in this shirt. Lycoris Recoil isn't his series or an Xbox series. It's literally just a show he likes. What a madman. What a weeb. This guy is single-handedly advertising Lycoris Recoil to some insane level of higher-ups. Bro, I'm waiting for the Xbox Lycoris Recoil game. This guy is chilling. This guy has no ends to professing his love to his favorite anime, even long past its airtime, when it's not as hot of a topic. He is a true fan of the show. I respect it so much. With all this love Mr. Kojima shows to Lycoris Recoil, it is no surprise that the official production committee would reach out to him. And so with presumably no hesitation, Mr. Kojima became the ambassador on the official light novel, with his official endorsement printed on the front cover of the book. It says, and I quote, "I'll recoil my Lyco-like genes." Damn, my joke about him being 30% Lycoris isn't a joke anymore. Apparently, Mr. Kojima gets requests for endorsements very often, but he accepted this specific one just because of how big of a fan he was. Weeb. This comes to show how much he truly loves the show. I mean, come on, no matter how much power or fame you have, who wouldn't want to be the poster boy of their favorite series? That's a dream come true for many. This is the kind of thing money can't buy. The I love this show feeling. Much time has passed on, but we never stopped seeing Mr. Kojima posting Lycoris. He still, after 2 whole years, wears his Chisataki shirts and occasionally posts about his love towards Lycoris Recoil. When the new light novel, Recovery Days, released, he again posted it, promoting it, even though he was no longer the ambassador this time. Official or not, the fanboying, I mean marketing, just does not stop. And after the tragic passing of Sayuri, the artist who sang Hana no To, Mr. Kojima paid his respects by posting a picture of him listening to the legendary ending. As a fellow Lycoris fan, I truly respect Mr. Kojima for this. Through and through, Mr. Kojima has explicitly shown that this is not for the camera. He is just a genuine fan of the show. So what does a fan, who's also the producer of a huge incoming AAA game, do? Yes, Takina is in Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding, Kojima's first critically acclaimed title after leaving Konami to make his own Kojima Productions. You must have at least heard the name somewhere. Look at these beautiful scores. The depth direction of the game is just indescribable with words. And with that kind of success comes a sequel. And with a sequel comes a producer who puts the voice of one of his favorite characters into his game. Yes, the seiyuu of Takina, Shion Wakayama, is playing a character in the new game, Tomorrow. And this man, again, explicitly said on stream, I am a huge Lycoris fan, so I wanted to work with you. Like, this isn't even some theory or speculation video. Bro just admitted to it on stream. And she seems so happy about it. This is just the level of love he has for the series. That he would invite a voice actress for such an important role in what I think is the next biggest project for his company. Just completely based on his love for an external character. His love for this series. And to commemorate this, the official character designer for Lycoris Recoil, Imi Gimuru, even drew Takina in the Death Stranding outfit. This guy is based. If I were as talented and powerful as him, the Chisataki seiyus would be millionaires from work soon. But let's leave the fantasies for another time. Looking at Mr. Kojima's interest and career, it seems like a no-brainer that Kojima would fall in love with a show such as Lycoris Recoil. I mean, it's goofy, memey, with gunfights and a uniquely deep and dark undertone for its world with a strong backing philosophy. Just like Metal Gear Solid, much of his life's work. Yes, it looks completely different on surface level, but dive a bit deeper and you'll see a surprising number of similarities in its depth. And as a fan of movies, Lycoris can not only be damn cinematic, but Chisato is also a movie freak. Bro, now that I think about it, Chisato must be like his dream daughter. This anime was truly made for him. From what started as a literal accident to showing up at a Microsoft business meeting in an anime girl shirt of a beloved series, Hideo Kojima's ascent into a Lycoris Recoil fan has been nothing short of insane to watch. In the quick time span of 2 years, Mr. Kojima has shown the spirit of just doing what you want, expressing what you love, exactly like Chisato, and introduced to the world the existence of this gem of a show. While the show would have done well by itself, I have no doubt that this single man boomed Lycoris into the spotlight way more than it originally would have. He found a show that resonated with his heart and boomed its popularity up with his love. As a huge movie freak, I have no doubt that a show resonating with one's heart is what's by far most important in a product to Kojima, and I truly respect him for just openly expressing what he loves. Oh, and to any of you viewers that came from Death Stranding, please check out Lycoris Recoil. It's an amazing show with insane gunfight choreography, deep characters, and fantastic direction. I've made so many videos on it. It's not some cheap fanservice anime, I promise you. If you had told me years ago that the creator of Metal Gear Solid would be showing up at business meetings in anime girl shirts, I would have asked you what the fuck dimension you came from, you interstellar traveler. Regardless, as a huge fan of Lycoris Recoil, I sincerely await whatever Mr. Kojima has cooking at the back of his mind with his Lycoris brain rot. But what I really mean to say is, Lycoris Recoil game by Hideo Kojima, I beg, please, 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 please.